All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the call. Let me know that we are good to go. And we'll get started in just a minute. Let me know if you got a sold listing or not. That's what we're going to be covering today. How to get more listings from a sold listing, whether it was you as the listing agent, but also if you've got a sold listing as the buyer's agent. So if you represented the buyer recently, even in the last 2 to 3 months, you can actually implement this strategy that we're going to talk about today. And it's going to be a phenomenal one. So go ahead and type in if you've got a recently sold listing. And again, don't forget, if you got a buyer, and you can do this if you got buyers in contract, right? Rita, yeah, there you go. Awesome. So you're just going to reword a couple of things, but I'm going to walk you through all of that. Very easy. We're going to be going over just sold today, but we had a client a while back. She got a listing from marketing, a pending listing, where it was her buyer in contract using the tools. In particular, I think the listing came from the letter, the nearby homeowner letter. So with that, let's get into it. So go ahead and log in. If you're not a client, go ahead and start a free trial ASAP. When you first log in, real quickly, because I just dropped a new email that you're going to want to send to your database. So we got mortgage applications were up. And if you log in and scroll down, there's a section right on the dashboard called Database Email Blast. And there's 2 emails. One, a lot of buyers just re-entered the market. That's for your buyer leads. Send home buyer demand is rising again. Send to your seller homeowner leads. Click on the subject line for either one. You're going to want to do it for both. They're completely editable. They contain a link to your branded Listings to Leads agent website, and I'll show you why in a second. The one for the buyers goes to a price reduced landing page from your account. Like I mentioned, completely editable. And you can see here, buyer demand jumped to a 4-week high. Purchase applications 11% higher this time than now versus last year. And so we're going to relate it to what does it mean for the homeowner, for homeowners that are thinking about selling, right? We got more buyers, increased buying activity heading into the spring, and homes that are priced well are attracting attention. And here's the deal, right? With all the buyers, right, there's still not a ton of listing inventory in most places. So this is creating a great opportunity for those that want to get their home sold to get ahead of the spring market. And then you can see here, we're going to offer them, they can get their home value estimate and a copy of your 100-point home marketing plan. And there's nothing you need to do. I'm going to click on preview. So you're going to land on the edit, and right next to the edit tab up here near the top, it says preview. And there you can see that link will open up to your agent website from Listings to Leads. A lot of you probably have never seen this. It's really awesome. And right here on the homepage, they can get your 100-point home marketing plan, a free home value estimate, and there's even a buyer lead form right there as well. So they can type in their address or email address there, type in the location there, and then they can type in their property address right here to get all this great information. Super powerful. You want to make sure you get this out ASAP. If you want to send it through your CRM, easiest thing to do is just copy this thing. All the links are going to work. Just copy it, go to your CRM, drop it in. The subject line, right? Subject right here. You can also click the copy code if you want to go that route. And then to send it through Listings to Leads, back on the edit section, again, edit it however you want. And then you go send to seller leads, and either send it or schedule it. So let's get those out the door as soon as we are off this webinar. Don't wait for your leads to hear about this from other people, because you got homeowners in your database that are probably going to be thinking about selling or are going to be selling in the next few months. And we want to make sure that we are the ones providing them value, that we are providing them information. And then even more important is providing a way for them to connect with us via those links and call to actions. Any questions on that? Let me know. There is a post in the mastermind group on this as well. So let's get to listings. And I'm just going to mention real briefly, if you have a older sold listing that you didn't market, and anything back to the first of the year, whatever you think is appropriate, but I think even going back to the first of the year, where you were the listing agent, maybe you're new to listings to leads, you were the buyer's agent and you didn't really think about it back then, right? So let's do this. So to add those, add listing, manual, you're going to have to do it manually. Status, you can either go just sold selling agent, all right? That's where you represented the buyer. Just sold listing agent, that's where you represented the homeowner, the seller. And then we've also got sold. That's going to go towards, that'll frame everything along the listing agent, because if you select selling agent, then the language is going to reflect more for buyers, right? And if you select listing agent, then the language around is going to be, hey, I represented the homeowner, so on and so forth. So just add that, just add the, goodness, oh my gosh. Add the information as needed if you need to, all right? Drop in the property description on the next page, save and add photos, and then that will drop it right into your account. It's going to come through as, you'll see right here. So I got just sold selling agent, and I've got just sold listing agent. Now you're going to do the same thing for both of these, all right? As far as the ad, the posts, the emails, the nearby homeowner letter, all of this stuff. And in fact, we're going to run through this once as default. Then I'm going to show you, there's really 3 funnels for just sold. So the default is, right, 1015 Riley Street in Folsom just sold, and nearby home values have changed. Click below to get your updated home value estimate. That's funnel number 1, right? Home values have changed. Funnel number 2 for just sold and also pending is 1015 Riley Street in Folsom just sold. My 100-point home marketing plan helped get this property 7,000 views through my marketing versus 843 on Zillow. Click below to get a copy of my 100-point home marketing plan and see how it can work to get your home sold with the strongest offers. All right. That is the 100-point home marketing plan funnel for pending and just sold. And then there's the 1015 Riley Street in Folsom, California just sold. We've got more buyers looking for a home in Folsom. What price would you consider looking at an offer? The golden letter. That's just the standard golden letter. But we take the golden letter language, and then we can put those in ads and posts and emails and the nearby homeowner letter. So there's a lot of great ways, because literally you should be getting at least 2 listings from this. All right. You should get at least 2 to 3 listings when you use these funnels. Let me know if that makes sense or not. So once you click on the green market listing button, you're going to land on the overview, step-by-step guide. And this is great to leave open, because as you're working your way down the list, all of the items on that list are right here. And there's a really good pro tip. Pro tip, change the property description to get more seller leads. Check this out. Notice listing agent, selling agent right here. And this is here for you to come in here, copy, paste, use it yourself. So for this one, check out this language. So instead of just saying, 1015 Raleigh Street, it's a beautiful home, a 3-2 corner lot, so on and so forth, like a normal property description, I changed it to reflect the fact that it was my 100-point home marketing plan that got over 10,500 views for this home. In addition, I got 24 buyers actively looking in the area. Some have been looking for a month, some are pre-approved. The problem is there's only one home, but thousands of potential buyers, including mine. All right. And it's calling out for all the people clicking the ads, clicking the post, looking at the emails, seeing my TikTok, seeing my Instagram. It's motivating them to reach out to me. So do you see how that works? So in addition to whatever it is in the email, once they get here, now they're going to be even more motivated. And you're going to see the selling agent. So again, selling agent, you represented the buyer. And you'll see the language here is just a little bit different. It was my buyer who wrote the accepted offer. And boom, very similar, but just a little bit different because I represented the buyer. So I leave those there for you, again, to take them as inspiration, copy, paste, edit as needed for your sold listings. And as you work your way down here, everything that we're going to do now, I've got laid out right here for you. All right. So I lay out everything for you. This is as if we were sitting together and I was just walking you through it. So, and these blue will link to the support post if you need more information. And the only thing not in the market listing section in the account is the Instagram stories. Click here to see examples and click here to see how to do it. And then also how to do TikTok. So if you click here, check this out. This is something all of you should be doing. So that's just the image from Listings to Leads. And it says, thinking about selling your home and want to download secrets of selling your home fast. And I got a poll. And again, I got that little, it's like a 5-minute video. Just sold in Folsom. Get your free home value estimate. Link into a home value landing page. Just sold in Granite Bay. Get the 100-point home marketing plan now. And I've got another poll right there. Right? They can get the right there. Boom. See that? The next one, just sold in Rockland. Click here. So that's just going to go to the property website. And again, because I tricked out that property website a little bit, right? Awesome. Now you're seeing it says pending. It works the exact same for just sold. Pending and sold are very similar. The only difference is for pending is when it closes escrow. For sold, it's now that it's sold. Another home pending, another home just sold in Folsom. Get your free home value estimate. And then we can also look at this, just sold in Folsom. Get free guide to home seller negotiation secrets. So right on Instagram and Facebook, you can offer guides. You can offer your 100-point home marketing plan. Send them to the property website. All right. I just sold 1015 Riley Street. This is the golden buyer version funnel. Just a little video clip walking through the home. All right. I'm not using a full property video. It's just 5 to 10 second video clip. And that's going to my home value landing page in Listings to Leads. So I want you to make sure, if you need to look at my stuff as an inspiration, but you should endeavor every 2 days, get up another Instagram story for 30 days. You could do 15 stories over 30 days and keep that in front of people. The average person in your followers, typically anywhere from 10 to 20% are going to see any one of your stories. So you don't need to worry about overdoing it. But at the same time, that's why I don't want to do the exact same image every single day. So on the first one, I might do the front of the house. Second one, maybe the kitchen. The third one, the living room. The fourth one, the back. I can mix images with little video clips and really show a different look over a 30-day period. So leverage that in your marketing. Can we do this on a home sold to buyer client? Can we do this on a home sold to buyer client? Yeah. Now, if it's already sold, you're going to have, you can't use the listing agent's photos without permission. So if you've got one thing I would be thinking about is when you have a listing that's pending, you're going through for inspections, take some photos and little 5 to 10 second clips, right? Just take some little photos, take little 5-second clips. The house is still, it's not going to be the buyer's home. So their stuff's not going to be in there. You're not going to be showing off anything. The seller's going to be moving, so they're not going to be there either. Take a little clip of the front when you get there. Take a little clip of the back, right? Take a picture, then take a little 5-second video of the kitchen, picture of the living room, 5-second clip of the living room, and so on. Yeah. All right. And RuPaul, I just showed you how to add that to your account. And you only need one photo for the general marketing. For the Instagram, what I'm saying is you will need more. All right, let's do the ad. So we're going to do a Facebook ad, and it's going to pre-fill Folsom, California, right? Location of the, don't add locations. Radius of 15 miles. Highly recommend you do not add the radius or change it, leave it as is. Lifetime budget, $50. You can change it to 100, whatever you want. It's going to run for 1 week by default. Change template, change image. I could add a video. So to change the template, just click on the button, and then you have all these templates down here. I can even edit the template. So if I want to edit this, there's a little edit button right there, and I can swap out photos. I can change the text in here. So I could say nearby, I'm going to say area home values have changed. And again, I can change the color. For the colors, I like it to be a little bit, sort of contrasting. Facebook is blue. It's all blue and white. And if you got blue here, you can get a little bit mixed in, and it's not going to really pop or stand out a lot. So I like my image and or video. You're not going to have a problem with that. But for the images, I really want to make sure it pops. And again, if I want to do a little video and upload, I can do that right there as well. For just sold, you got a couple of options. You can retarget. You can even go to a custom audience. I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna just leave it open, but just want to show you that you can. Now, the one thing I do want you to look at, because this is gonna make your follow-up a lot stronger, it's gonna get you more business, is when you click on the Facebook lead ad, all right, normally you get name, email, and phone number. With listings to leads, there are going to be 2 to 3 questions before name, email, and phone number. And I'm telling you, I think we've got one of the best ad platforms for Facebook and Instagram. So check this out. Open up advanced options. So just click on that, click create new form. And then right here, form questions. So you can see we got name, email, and phone number. That's default. We don't want to change that. But if I scroll down, there's 3 other questions here. What is your time frame to sell? Would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? And I'm going to add a third, and that's going to be see how my 100-point home marketing plan works for your home. I can click create form. And I'm just going to close it. I don't need that open anymore. And now create ad. Now what's going to happen is when people click my ad, before the name, email, and phone number comes up, it's going to have those 3 questions that they're going to answer, and it's all drop down. So it's going to say, what's your time frame to sell? Would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? And would you like to get a copy of my 100-point home marketing plan? I'm telling you, it is so powerful. Let me just show you here. If I click on view for an old ad or an older ad, and yes, this is being recorded. This will be on our YouTube channel. It'll be at our blog. Give Facebook. Oh, something went wrong. What's wrong with Facebook? Let's see here. All right, let's see what we got. There we are together. That wasn't old, that's an old ad. Maybe Facebook's having an issue. Let's try one more time. Because when you can see, oh, there we go. Okay, so this should come up. Perfect. Show ad. Hopefully I didn't fill out this one before. If I did, I'll get the same kind of thing. And all right, so here's the ad. And you can do this with your ads too. Click it right there. See how my 100-point home marketing plan works? They're going to say, yes, customize or not right now. I also had see how AI works for you to sell your home faster for top dollar. Yes. And then the third question, would you sell in the next 1 to 3 months if you got the right price? Maybe if it was the right price. Continue, name, email, and phone number. Continue. They're going to go to the property website. You are going to get the lead notification. So pay attention, because if somebody says they'll sell in the next 1 to 3 months if they got the right price, ask them for their address and then ask them what price would they consider. So if I call you, I text you, I email you, one of the things I'm going to want to find out is, hey, I saw that you might be open to looking at an offer if you got the right price. What's the address of your home and what price are you thinking? If they said they would like to get a copy of the 100-point home marketing plan, all right, get that over to them. Or if they want it customized, you're going to add it to your account like a listing presentation, and then you're going to send it to them. If they want it customized, again, in my follow-up, I'm going to ask them, what's your home address so that I can prepare this for you? So much great engagement from these ads if you do it right and if you pay attention. So get on that, and always get into the mastermind group if you got questions. Don't sit there and just let yourself not do anything because you're stuck, right? Get into the mastermind group, ask a question, we'll get you pointed in the right direction, and you're going to find out how awesome this is. So that was the ad. That's going to go to Facebook. It's going to go to Instagram, and it should take 15 minutes to 30 minutes typically before it's live. Sometimes it can be a little quicker. Sometimes it can be a little longer. Next up, social media. That will typically auto post right away. It's going to go to Google, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, and Facebook. I can always come in here, edit the images, right? Just like before. I can edit the text as well, just like the ad. You always have editing. You can always edit all of the stuff. I'll show you what it looks like here on Facebook. So here's the post. Another home in Folsom just sold. People click, they go to the property website. So I see a lot of people. I see a ton of people pending posts, sold posts, and they got great graphics, or maybe they did it in Canva, maybe they got it from somewhere else. You can still include the website, the property website link from Listings to Leads in those posts as well. So if you're going to make a post, all right, so you want to do it's a picture of the buyer, it's a picture of the seller, it's whatever. Come here, grab the property website, click on it, and then take that link and use it in your post. I don't know why people don't always do that. To have a dead post, and by dead, all I mean is it doesn't have a link for people to engage. So I would always say, even if you're just going to do your own post, or maybe do a post from another platform, grab this link and include that link in the post so people can click it and actually see your marketing. And at the property website, in case you didn't know, they can not only see if you do videos, 3D tours, but they can download your 100 plus point home marketing plan right here. So when I do a post for pending, for just sold, right, and I do maybe they're holding the keys to the home, right? It's that picture, it's the agent, the buyer, and here are the keys, or it's a seller at the table, right? You do one of those kind of things. You can still include the link to the property website, because people that click or see, interact with a post like that, they very likely would be open to wanting a copy of your 100-point home marketing plan. But if you don't include a link in the post that you do, they're never going to get it. All right. So let's make sure we do that. All right. Next up is the request for review. you want to make sure that you get reviews. So you can take this email. Now, if you want them on Google, swap out that link to your Google link. The seller's email should be right there from before. And let's request a review. Hopefully it's going to be a 5-star, and you can edit the email before you send it. I like to also include my email. So I like to add my email as well and then send it. I can send a test email. And so now if they leave a review here, it will pop into listings to leads. And I'll show you a little bit later, right? There's a tab here called client reviews. That is so powerful. Oh my gosh. Our client review section is phenomenal. We import from Facebook, Google, Testimonial Tree, Zillow. You can add them from anywhere. You may have reviews on your website. You can add them manually. But man, our client review section is awesome. All right, next up, share on the seller social media or the buyer. So again, if you're representing the buyer, we want this on their social media. This is one of the most powerful ways for you to generate more seller leads and also some buyer leads, because now the seller is going to have this on their Facebook page. And we want to make sure that the seller's sphere of influence on social media via email, because there's an e-flyer right below it, that they all know that we helped their friend, their colleague, their whatever, somebody they're connected to, that we helped them get their home sold or we helped them buy a home. And this is free money. In addition to just promoting you, period. It's got your name, it's got your phone number in there, it's got your email, right? It's the seller bragging about you essentially. So again, they go to the property website, and it's not just about the property website. Again, it's also about the fact that they can download your guide, and they can even download other PDFs. So as they scroll down and they're looking at it, they could get a home value. They can download PDFs, Ultimate Guide to Buying a Home. We got seller guides and buyer guides in here, and other things that are there as well. So to get this to the seller, we're going to do both together. Send a seller, and their email should pop up right there if it doesn't add it, right? Dear Ian and Lauren, hi Ian and Lauren, whatever you want to do, click send. And then do the same for the e-flyer for the seller sphere of influence. And then again, send a seller, click send. You are going to be CC'd. So you're going to get a copy of these 2 emails. The version you get will let you know the seller got them. What I want you to do is then call the seller up, call the buyer up in some form of this script. All right. So it'd be, hey, Susan, Scott here. It was awesome to help you get your property sold. You're great to work with. Absolutely loved it. And I sent you a couple of things to share because I would really love to make sure that people know that homes are selling in the area, and would love it. I'd just be honored if you could put that up on your Facebook page and share that via email. As long as you did a good job for the seller. All right. Now, if you did a horrible job and they hate you and all of that, maybe you don't do this. But I'm sure 99 out of 100 times, the seller is going to be more than happy to do that for you. They look great. They're happy with you. And all they have to do is copy and paste it. And once they do that, what I recommend that you do is go to the seller's page and like the post. So like it, and then leave a comment like, hey, Susan, it was awesome. Good luck on the everything. Thank you so much for trusting me to get your home sold. And then that way, all the other people that comment, you're going to get notified. And then you can engage with people as appropriate. Don't be weird and stalky about it. But people are going to ask, what did it sell for? How's the market? The property website looks amazing. You're going to get all sorts of comments, and then you're going to be able to engage with people. Offer them your 100-point home marketing plan. Offer them a free home value. Make sense? You see how powerful that is? And so there's the email and there's the social media post. So we want to make sure we get those out the door. Now we're going to hit the farm. So we've got the letter, the postcard, the door hanger, and a circle prospecting script. This is where you're going to make your money. Well, you're going to make your money in all of it. It's all phenomenal. So here, the letter, I'm just going to click download. I like the letter the best. So here, just make it a touch smaller so it fits in my screen. So it's letting everybody know that we just got the home sold. We show them the URL, which actually is very powerful. When the neighbors see this URL, 1015 Riley Street.thebestlisting.com, psychologically, that gets them more engaged in this because now they're going, oh, wow, man, this person has really great marketing. There's a text code, and then there's a QR code. So we have the ability to engage them in a number of different ways. Most of the time, they're going to either they're either going to text, and you'll get the phone number right away. They will get the property website sent to them, or they're going to scan the QR code. So it's phenomenal. And then we let them know, right? Remember, I talked to you about the 3 different funnels for pending and sold. This is funnel number 1. Your home's value has been affected by this home being sold. I would like to invite you to get your home's new value for free at, and we got this easy URL. But remember, what a lot of them do is when they send a text or they scan the QR code there, that same home value lead form is on the single property website as well. So sometimes they're going to go here, and you're going to get people calling you. You're going to get people will text you because all of your information and your logo at the bottom right there. So there's a letter. Now, real quickly about the letter, check this out. If I click edit, I can edit the letter. And if you edit it, I'm telling you, don't edit it like a crazy person. Don't add more than like 10 words at most. For example, something in terms of just sold, I could say over the asking price and 34 days with multiple offers. Just as an example, right? So don't start, we're the number 1 team in the area and blah, blah, blah. You're just going to distract. It's not going to work as well because now it's all about you and it's not about what's going on. All right. Save that kind of stuff for something else, but don't start loading up. And this is the same letter. It's just different formats. I like the one over here the best. Now, in addition, we have the postcards and door hangers, very similar language, and they work phenomenal. Very elegant, very simple, very to the point. I'm going to show you the front and the back. And there's a door hanger, same language as well. And I love the door hanger also. I like the door hanger. Wait, there's the back. Here's the front. All right. Oh, wrong way. So again, just sold, the domain, the text code, and the QR code. So they can scan or they can text. And it's automatically there. These postcards are really powerful. And notice right here. So this is the back of it. Your home's value has been affected by this home being sold. I would like to invite you to find out the new value. And then it says there's the domain, and then they can also send a text. They can text 182-141 to 888-264-1910. And so you're going to get people, again, they're going to text off the front. They're going to have access to get a home value. And some people are going to text right here. So you got the letter, you got the postcard, you got the door hanger. And for the postcards, you even got EDDM. So you got several EDDM versions. So you can take a look at them and some other things down there as well. So regardless, now I would, if I had the ability to, I would door knock. I would door knock 100 homes. Why? Because, and I would do that pending too. I love pending because that pending, it's a bit of a black box. Nobody knows what's going on. They just know it's not for sale anymore. And they're curious, when's it going to close? What did it close for? so you can build up a phenomenal interest list. But I also would want to go door knocking at just sold if I had the ability to. And I would take my 100-point home marketing plan with me. So that way, if I'm talking to some of the neighbors, some of the people in the area, I could offer them right in my conversation. I hand them the letter. So the nearby homeowner letter, right? I'm door knocking with it. I print up 100 copies. And as I'm door knocking with that, and as I'm talking to people, I could say, yeah, here's my marketing plan that I use to get the home sold. And they're going to see this and they're going to be like, oh, wow, that's phenomenal. Right? There's just 27 pages long. All right. If you don't do coming soon, it's 26 pages. To put that in front of people, because then if I'm talking to somebody at the door, I give them the letter. Hi, my name is Scott with XYZ Realty here in Folsom, and we just sold 1015 Folsom Street or 1015 Riley Street and around the corner there. And I just wanted to give you some information so you can find out more about it. Here you go. And they may say something, oh, that was a great house. What did it sell for? Or how's the market? Or when did it sell? Whatever. And then I would say, oh, it sold on March 7th. And we use our 100-point home marketing plan. So I'd try to move everything to the 100-point home marketing plan, because then they're going to get interested. And then I'm going to be able to engage them. But you want to do postcards and door hangers, you could mail the letter as well. It's up to you. The only thing about the letter, if you mail it, at least you got to use either a handwritten font if you're going to do printing, or it's even better to handwrite the envelopes. Because if you just mail the letter as like standard stuff, a lot of people are just going to throw it away. You're not going to get people opening it up. Now, we also want to circle prospects. So if you are going after our expireds, right, and RuPaul, go to leadgenwebinars.com. That's where we do 4 to 5 expired calls a week. So make sure you join us on our expired. Our expired, that's number one, right? So for the circle prospecting script, and the reason why I mentioned the expired stuff right now is if you're going after expireds and also FSBOs, you got My Plus Leads, you got RedX, you got a data source. Using those data sources, you can also look up the information for 100 homeowners around the area, 200 homes around that sold listing, do likely to move, get their phone numbers, scrub against the DNC, get their emails. And then I would start calling. I would start calling them up. Lead Gen Webinars, webinars with an S. So, again, you just sold a property, right? Even there are good agents, they might do 1 to 2 a month. 1 to 2 a month, you've got time to circle prospect. I want you to be getting to a listing every week. Every single week, I should be getting a new listing. I want to sell 52 homes a year, maybe a little bit more. And circle prospecting around that listing is powerful, because you just did something that there's going to be, if I call 1 to 200 people, there's going to be 2 to 5 people that are going to get put in my pipeline. And so if I don't call, I'm not going to get them. So again, we want to do all of this. I don't want to just do some of it. I want to do all of it. So circle prospect. Let's call them up, right? Hey, John. I call them up. Hey, John, Scott Pierce at XYZ Realty. Just wanted to let everybody know that 1015 Folsom Street around the corner from you just sold. And if you sent a letter, a postcard, or a door hanger, mention it. If you didn't, you could just say, go ahead and text 37349 to 25678, and you can get all the photos, details, and more about the property. And by the way, because of this sale, the home values in the area have changed. And so I want to invite you to get your new home value updated now that this is closed escrow, and you'll be able to do that at the property website. So again, just go ahead and text 37349 to 25678, and you'll get all the information. Plus, you can get your home value estimate. Now, if you're using My Plus Leads or RedX and you got their email, you could even say something like this. You could just actually say, because 1015 Riley Street just sold and your home value has changed, I'm going to be sending out home value updates to all of the neighbors in the area. Is Kevin at gmail.com the best email to send that to? Can you give me a call back or just text me back and let me know? You see that? Because when I'm in My Plus Leads, I got their name, I got their phone number, I got their email address, I've got all the stuff. So yeah, circle prospect. Don't forget to circle prospect. Now here we got our database. Our database is one of the most important assets that we've got in real estate. If our database is small, like maybe you're new or your database just isn't engaged enough, then remember the email that we talked about at the beginning of this call? That's the kind of email you want to be sending. In addition, start doing open houses. That's marketing. Open houses are the best way to start really bumping up and increasing your sphere of influence, your database. But regardless, I don't care if you got 500, or 5,000, this email, the e-flyer promoting. So check this out. So hi, first name, and then it says 1015 Riley Street in Folsom just sold. So we're letting them know the property just sold. And a similar idea with pending as well. If you are thinking about selling your home, my 100-point marketing plan helped get this home sold and can do the same for your home. Please view it here. Automatically, just like the email, automatically links to my 100-point home marketing plan flip book. Look at that. Branded to you, right? It's the one from your Listings to Leads account automatically. The image and the link don't go to Google like for most of you. So many of these e-flyers, it's crazy. They just go right to Google. Because most emails, what they want to do is they want to take the address and they just automatically flip it to Google. We don't do that. We make sure it goes to the property website. And then the last thing down here is, right, just the nearby homeowner letter. Your home's value has been affected by this home being sold. Click, go right there. So we want to get this out either through our CRM or through Listings to Leads. To send, and it's completely editable. If you want to edit this, right, edit email, I can edit it. I can send now. I can send a test email. I can select which leads I want it to go to in Listings to Leads. And again, I can send it through my CRM two different ways. I can either click copy code. So right there, copy code. And then, or a lot of times it's easier to do this. Now, some CRMs get a little bit weird. Yeah, my browser scroll is really slow, but you get the idea. Just highlight it. If you want the signature, bring that with it. If you don't, then just stop right here. So either way, just copy it, put it in your CRM. What CRM do I don't really recommend one over the other just because they're so personal. Every CRM is very different. Database call script. So get the email out, and then you might start getting responses from your database before you do anything. But one of the things I would do is, whether I send it through Listings to Leads or my CRM, look at the people clicking the links. So there's 3 links. There's actually 4. There's the 100-point home marketing plan. There is the single property website. There is the home value landing page. And then there's also a link to your client review website if you've got that. If you don't, then there's nothing there. I would check all the people clicking the links and then clicking the links the most. And I would start with them and just call them up. All right. Hey, John, Scott here. Right. Just want to let you know that we sold 1015 Riley Street in Folsom. And we had, even in this market, our 100-point home marketing plan got some really strong offers and got the property sold. And I sent out an email with the link to the property website for everyone to take a quick look at. And you're going to see here, check this out, owns a home in the farm area, owns a home not in the farm area. And because they're in my database, So I more than likely have their email. I've got their phone number. I got their information. I got their home. And if I don't, I'll get it. And then if they don't, let's say they live in a different area, then I would say, I don't know if you're interested, but I do free CMAs. I do free equity updates. I do free something. I do offer, make an offer to them. For all my clients and VIPs, I know you're not looking to sell, but I would love to do one for you. And it was great for me because I often keeps tabs on what's going on. Would scott@gmail.com be the best email to send that to? Because now you're also confirming the best email. You're offering value. It's not like a big thing. There's no ask of them. You're not trying to schedule a call or meeting or presentation. You're just, hey, something happened. Here's the effect of it. And here's a quick little offer. And then I try to make the offer like, because a lot of people are going to be, oh no, don't go out of your way. I don't want to, then I'm going to feel obligated. They don't want that. And so that's why I throw in here, I do this for all of my clients and VIPs. And that way they feel a little bit more comfortable with it. So yeah, call some of the people in your database. Not calling your database is a mortal sin. Let's say mortal sin 101 for real estate people. Next up is a short form video script. We want to make sure that we do, again, record a video for TikTok. If you got CapCut, you know how to use CapCut, record a video, throw it into CapCut, do some editing, upload it to TikTok, upload it to Instagram, upload it to YouTube Shorts. The cool thing about short form video, if you're not good at it, no one's going to see it because you haven't built up an audience. So it's a beautiful kind of a thing because the better you get, the more exposure and the more views you're going to get. The best videos. Now, I know we offer to put some under social content. You can post different kind of things. There is nothing that is going to hit as well as you being in the video. It's just not. All right. You being in the video is what is going to hit. It may not hit right away until you get a little bit better at it, but you need to be the one in the video, whether you think you should be or not. So I'm going to highly recommend that all of you, and just start working on your actor face, your actress face. All right. Work on that energy, work on the vibe. If you're a slow, soft talker, right? Learn how to project a little bit, learn how to be a little bit more animated so that, and not weird, not crazy, but just to where you're projecting, all right, where you got a presence, and that'll help you go a long way with this. So get that script. If you need a teleprompter app, but all you got to do is go to the house, right? Just go to the house, record a quick little video. There's a little outline for you right here. You can click send and get that to your phone. And if you want to use a teleprompter app, drop it into a teleprompter app. If you just want to look at it, and for example, a great thing about CapCut, you could literally read it, record 1 or 2 sentences without even stopping the video. Or you could just do it in little clips, right? Stop the video, let's just say, and then read a couple of more sentences, all right? Record the second part of it. And then I could do this in 3 to 4 clips. And then in CapCut or even TikTok, I can upload those clips all together and then make it real smooth. In CapCut, if you don't have CapCut, you really should get CapCut. There might be other editing programs that you want to use, but in CapCut, the 3 things you're going to want to learn are how to split, all right, how to split a video, how to add videos is super easy. That's super easy. And then, so how to split a video and how to add captions. If you can do those 2 things, and you can go to ChatGPT, how do I use the split function in CapCut? And you will be way ahead of so many people. Because sometimes, I'll tell you, sometimes these professional, amazing videos on TikTok, they're great, but they start all looking the same because they always go after these trends. And after the 5th one, it's just, oh, not that one again. Don't feel like I have to do those TikToks perfect. You just have to start doing them. All right. And it's not that hard. Now, the last thing here, I'm not going to really go through the sign writer and listing flyer unless, I mean, pending. Oh my gosh. If you see, if my training, the sign writer is critical. Coming soon, if you do that, just listed, open house, active, and pending. The sign writer is one of the best lead sources out there. Quality seller leads, quality buyer leads. People, you put the sign writer where they can text for more information. You pair that with the proper status. The problem is typically once you close escrow, that sign's coming down in the next 1 or 2 days. If you've got the ability to put it up even for a day or two, I would, because maybe the sign's going to come down on Thursday. You close escrow on Tuesday. If you've got the ability and if it's appropriate, if it's cool, go over there and put the sold writer on the top of it. Change the one that should have said pending, unless you forgot and lost a lot of great lead opportunity. So take the pending down and put the sold one in place of it. And then make sure always have your listing flyers on the yard sign. That's one of the things you've got to make sure you've got your listing flyers on that yard sign. Now, I'm going to give you a link. Any questions so far on anything we've covered? I'm going to give you a link right here. This is where you can access the other funnels that we've got available for pending and sold. In fact, let me put this link. So that's like the first link. That should take you to the intro and the things of note, right? So this is kind of the intro, live and recorded calls, how to use this for pending, super easy, super short. And then right here, the 3 sold and the 3 pending funnels. So the whole idea is, now we're talking just sold right now. Going forward, the idea is when the listing goes pending, it's usually in escrow for what, 4 weeks, maybe a little longer, maybe a little bit shorter. But there are 3 different marketing funnels, 3 different marketing, how do you want to call it? What's a better word for that? Marketing plays that you should implement, right? Week 1, as a pending and or just sold, you do the home values have changed funnel, what we just walked through. And then that's going to end, right? That's going to go out. And then in week 2, right? So I would do the ad for pending, home values have changed. And then on the second week, I would flip everything to the we have more buyers golden letter strategy. So I'd do an ad, I would do a post, I would do a video. All of my Instagram stories and TikToks would reflect that. If I wanted to do more circle prospecting, maybe there's some people I didn't get a hold of or never called me back, right? Maybe I call them up again because now I've got a different script, right? I got a different take, a different spin. I'm not calling with the exact same thing because we don't know what's going to motivate people. For some people, it's going to be, oh, my home value changed. For somebody else, it might be, oh, you got more buyers. And then for somebody else, it might be, you got a 100-point home marketing plan. And so we want to break these up into separate marketing campaigns. We want to run them not all at the same time. We want to run them week 1, week 2, week 3. And then again for just sold, week 1, week 2, week 3. And then under here, and I'm going to show you today, for example, the 100-point home marketing plan one. And so you can come in here and I've got an example of what the ad looks like. And the idea is just come in here, take this. So for example, that's a Facebook and Instagram lead ad. And then if you're going to implement this for your pending or your just sold listing, right in the Facebook ad area, as I mentioned before, all of this is editable. And so I'm going to click edit ad. I'm going to delete and I'm going to pop that in there. And I can just change 1015 Riley Street and Folsom just sold, think about selling soon. Maybe this one only got 8,000 total views from all of my marketing. And then I go to Zillow, just go to Zillow, find the property. And on Zillow, I saw that it had 890. So that's going to make me look great. 100 home marketing plan, yada, yada. Everything looks great. Good to go. And of course, your city is going to probably be different. And again, right, $100 for the change template. I can select the different templates. And again, remember, if you don't do this part, it's not the end of the world, but I like to just make sure that language in the image is simpatico with the language in the post. So the subheadline might just say, get your 100 plus point home marketing plan now. Boom. Sweet. Look at that. And now that will be the image in the ad. So week 1 for just sold, it was home values have changed. Get your new home value. Week 2 is we got more buyers. Week 3, get your 100 point home marketing plan. Boom. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Sellers, homeowners, we know the more people we can get our 100 point home marketing plan in front of, the more listings we're going to get. All right. So that's why all 3 of these campaigns for the pending and the sold, in a perfect world, you want to run all 3 of them. Now, there are going to be things like, I'm not going to go door knocking 6 times, right? I might pick one while it's pending, and then I might pick another one when it's sold. So for the pending, I might do the home value, and then for the, or maybe we got more buyers, golden letter. And then for the just sold, I do the 100 point home marketing plan. And back in the school, we've pretty much got everything same as that market listing. We pretty much got everything here, giving you the language to use, and just, again, copy paste for the nearby homeowner letter, for example, for this version. Here's the letter, and it's in Canva. You can request access. And right, once you request access to this, go to File, make a copy, and then just swap out your link, your text code, your phone number right there. And then you can put your picture, just swap out, put all your stuff right here. And then for the QR code, I'll show you, because that QR code is going to this, and I'll show you where that is. In Listings to Leads, go to the listings page, and right here, listing presentation, and download the QR code. Landing page, download QR code. It doesn't matter, whichever version you want to download is fine. And then open it up. And it's easy enough. Just go to copy right there, and then back in Canva, just paste it in. And you can just, and for those of you that are Canva pretty well, there's a lot of other things you can do. You can add a border around it. Boom. So that's a phenomenal, so that would be the letter I might door knock with as a just sold. So again, 3 different marketing campaigns week to week, and get more listings. We got to milk this just sold as much as we possibly can. There's just no other way around it. All right. And when you've got it just sold, you have as a buyer's agent or the seller's agent, the listing agent, you've got what people want, right? You were part of a transaction. Homeowners don't hire people to market their home. They hire people to sell their home. And so when you sell the home and you can show how you got it sold, you're going to get more listings. So with that, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. I will accept everybody that applies, or not apply, but wants to join the school. I'll add you in a minute after we hang up. Don't forget your affiliate link. All right. Don't forget your affiliate link. People signing up all the time and they say, yeah, I heard about you from so and so, but then they don't use the affiliate link. So use the affiliate links. I don't get it. You make money, 15% recurring, no cap, no limit. And the last thing right there, as always, would absolutely love to have you fill out the post-webinar survey form. I want to make sure that you are getting actionable content that you can actually use to grow your business. And we're going to end it with, you should be taking action. If you got a sold listing, take action. All right, get into the mastermind group. I want to hear every day, what are you doing? Hold yourself accountable. Get into the mastermind group. Tell me what you're doing and tell me where you're getting stuck. There's no excuse not to be taking action. You should be getting a listing every single week. So if you're not getting a listing every single week, and with it just sold, my gosh, you could get 2 to 3 more listings into that pipeline, and probably at least one of them ready to list in the next 30 to 60 days. And if you're not, then you're not implementing what we're sharing here. All right, with that, everybody, go have a great weekend and be good and be safe. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.